storyteller today is Mr. Tennis Luke Gobert. Okay, he is our health specialist. And health specialist means that he is our nurse and he takes care of our health and he wants to make sure everybody that everybody is wearing their mask so that we all can be safe. Luke is one of our health specialists. Been here at Gulf Coast Community Services since June 2015. That means he's been here for over 6 years. He's been working with our Head Start for 6 years, boys and girls. He was born and raised right here in Houston, Texas, on the east side. And guess what? He's the youngest of four boys. Oh my goodness. He had four boys in his family. His family is originally from Bunkie, Louisiana. And Luke's parents named him Tennis after his maternal grandfather. But he has always been called Luke. That's what we call him here. Hi, Nurse Luke. And he's here ready to read the story. Reading has always been an important part of his life. Luke's mother realized that one of his favorite things was a storybook time. And so she always read very, very young, just like you guys. Luke enjoyed books so much that he was able to read on his own at 3 years old. How many of you out there are 3 years old? Raise your hand. If you're 3 years old, raise your hand. Luke was reading at age 3 years old. He graduated from North Shore High School and attended Baptist Center College. He first obtained his associate's degree in psychology. How many? Oh my God, that's a big word. That means someone studies people's mental health. And then he became a licensed vocational nurse. So now he's a full-fledged nurse working on all of our health needs. He has always wanted to help people and knew this would be a good way to do it by becoming a nurse. Luke was a member of the United States Volleyball Association from the age of 21 until he turned 45 and has played in tournaments all over the United States. How many of you play volleyball? How many have parents or sisters and brothers who play volleyball? That's a hot sport now. Luke enjoys traveling, especially enjoys food. He also enjoys time at home with his spouse. He has 3 dogs. Luke still reads every day and has a way too many books. But nobody can have too many books. So anyway, without further ado, let me introduce you to our early Head Start nurse Luke Gobert. Okay, Luke, take it away.
Okay, hello, boys and girls. How are you all doing? My name is Mr. Luke.
We can't hear you.
I am one of the nurses.
You.
I'm sorry, can you hear me okay?
I do.
You can hear? Okay.
I do.
Maybe it's just me.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Everyone can hear me okay?
Well, I can hear you now. Great.
Okay. So I am one of the 4 nurses at Gulf Coast Head Start. I may not be the nurse at your center, but some of the other nurses we have are Miss Johnson and Miss Trujillo and Miss Roberts. So they may be one of the nurses at your center. Do you know who the nurse at your center is? Okay, so let me put on my glasses so I can read better. I would like to say a special hello to my schools, Pasadena and Patterson, Ritchie, and Rutgers. Hi, all my students. Okay, so today we're going to be reading Mia's Mask, and I know you can see it on the screen, but here's the picture of the book. Okay, and Mia's Mask is written by Monica L. Woodard, and the drawings or illustrations are by Elvira Das. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so my name is Mia. You like my mask? I do not always wear a mask.
I'm sitting right here so you can see the story. Come on,
Can you see Mia's mask? What color is Mia's mask?
Sit right here, Katie, so you can hear the story.
To me, it looks purple. So Mia says that she did not always wear a mask, but now she is.
She's reading that story. Be quiet.
So here it says, but I do wear a mask now. Here is how it all started. So we're going to find out why she started wearing a mask. So everything changed suddenly one bright and sunny day. My mom said she had to talk to me, and she had so much to say. So Mia's mom talked to her, but someone else could have spoken to you. It might have been your dad, or it might have been your grandma or your grandpa, or it might have even been your teacher. But there is a virus that is making people very, very sick, she found out from her mom. At first, I did not understand, but I had to learn super quick. So it sounds like Mia is a fast learner, and I'll bet you are too. If you look in the picture, Mia is thinking and remembering about some people she might have seen that she thought they might have been sick. So Mia's mom explained that now we need to wear a mask for our safety. It is very important that we do. Okay. Some superheroes look brave and strong in their masks. Doctors and nurses look powerful too. But I'm a nurse and I feel very powerful when I wear my mask. I want to show you one of my masks. Can you see it? It's blue. So I feel very powerful when I wear my mask, and you can feel very powerful when you wear your mask too. Mia says, I keep my mask clean, dry, and in a special place. Do you have a special place where you keep your mask, boys and girls? I do. I always remember to wash my hands before I touch my mask or my face. Now I wonder why she washes her hands before she touches her mask or her face. But it's important to wash our hands because our hands can get very dirty. And if we touch our face or our mask with our hands being dirty, it can make us very sick. So it's very important that we always keep our hands clean and wash our hands before we touch our mask or our face. Okay? Mia says, when I put my mask on, I pick it up by the ear loops. And I'm going to show you what the ear loops are. These are the ear loops. Okay? They go around your ears, just like this. Or in the next picture at the bottom, it says she picks them up by the ties. Some masks are made different and they don't have ear loops. You have to tie the strings around your ears. I do not touch the middle of my mask or cover my eyes, because if she touches the middle of her mask, it could get germs on her face. And if she covers her eyes, she won't be able to see. Mia says, my mask fits over my nose, my mouth, and under my chin. Look, I think I put it on right, all by myself. I think this time I win. Boys and girls, can you put your...
Muted.
Okay, I'm not sure what happened, but can everyone hear me now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I was muted for some reason. Make sure everyone can hear me. Okay. There we go. So Mia says, I look in the mirror or ask a grown-up if my mask is, or I ask a grown-up if my mask is in the right place. It should fit softly and be comfortable. It should not hurt my face, or it should not hurt my ears either. So if you have trouble putting on your mask, it's always good that you can ask a family member or maybe your teacher to help you or to show you how to put on your mask correctly. So now I wear a mask when we go outside. I wear it to the store, and it looks like here that Mia's shopping with her mother at the grocery store. Or the park, she wears her mask at the park. And there she is on the slide. And she wears her mask to school, just like you all do. You wear your mask to school. And even on a long bus ride. So there's Mia on the bus with her mom, and they're both wearing their masks to help keep them safe and healthy. Masks come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, and I am sure glad that they do. But those masks are different colors. There's one that's red, and there's one that's green, and there's one that's different colors. It looks like it's pink and purple. Okay, and there's some more. There's these look more like medical masks. The top one is a greenish color, and the bottom one is kind of a green color, and the purple one, it looks kind of funny, but it fits on your neck and on your face. So those are different kinds of masks, and we should find the one that's perfect, at least perfect for you. And I would like to show you some of the masks that I have, boys and girls. So I showed you this one before. This is the blue one. Okay. And then we have another blue one that's very colorful. This is a camouflage mask. Can you see me? Peekaboo. And we have this one. This is a very beautiful mask that someone made for me. I don't hardly wear it because it's so beautiful. I just can't wear it. And we have one more mask. This is what I call my Quack Quack mask. And I want you to see if you know the animal that it makes me look like. Quack, 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 quack. Do I look like a duck? This is my duck mask. Okay, so Mia says, I keep my mask on my face when I am outside and feeling free. This is how I take care of you, and you take care of me by wearing our mask whenever we're around other people. Okay, Mia says, when I take off my mask, my hands are clean and I care for it in the very best way. And that could be by putting it in a safe spot, in the same spot every time you take your mask off so that you know where it is when you need to put it back on. Some masks need to be washed, and some have a filter that needs to be removed. And some masks need to be thrown away. Our masks help us fight COVID-19 and other germs and illnesses too. Boys and girls, do you know what COVID-19 is? COVID-19 is the name of the virus that's making everyone sick right now. So this is why it's important that we wear our masks. And anytime we're around people outside or in grocery stores or in other places, we need to wear our mask to keep ourselves safe. And Mia says we must fight to stay healthy, happy, and avoid feeling blue. So what are some ways that we can stay healthy? We can eat healthy foods like fruits and vegetables, and we can get lots of exercise. And does anyone know any ways that you can make you happy, or things that you do to make you happy? Like maybe play outside with your friends, and maybe sing songs, or maybe draw or color happy pictures. Okay, Mia says, thank you for wearing your mask. Now I must go. When you wear your mask for yourself and others, love for the world you show, and you also show love for yourself by keeping your mask on and staying healthy. Okay, so that's the end of the story. Again, the author is Monica Woodard, and the illustrator, the person who drew and colored the pictures, her name is Abira Das. So I hope you enjoyed the story. I certainly enjoyed reading it to you, boys and girls. And for my centers, I will see you boys and girls very soon. And I hope you stay healthy and happy. Okay.
Let's give Nurse Luke a big round of applause and tell him thank you. Thank you, Luke. Thank you.
You're
And
very
we
welcome.
Thank you, Luke.
You're very welcome.
remember to wear our masks. Okay? Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Luke.
All right.
You're welcome.
We'll see you guys next month for the next story time.
Good job, Luke.
And remember, keep reading, read those books.